Hello, people. Listen, I've been a long time to wanted to do something of this kind of video I'm gonna do today. But first of all, listen, I was born a Catholic, like everybody else, ¿sabes? They don't even tell you you're a baby, they go and baptize you, tú ni sabes nada, tú eres de chiquitito. So listen. Everything I'm gonna say here, okay, is from the inside. The inside where they hold secrets and they don't tell anybody else. Y la gente van por ahí dándole todo el faith a esta gente. Listen, please, everybody, listen to me well, please. Very important for this, okay? Listen, every single person that follows the Catholic traditions or whatever, listen, you don't even maybe know what's going on down there in Italy, in that place, the root, ¿sabe? No tenéis ni idea. They cannot, ¿sabe? Many people that I talk in the streets, so they don't even have any idea of this, okay? So, listen. There are thousands and thousands of Catholics, people, normal people, Catholics, that believe in Jesus. They go inside the church and they don't even look at the idols. They don't know where to go, so they, listen, this message is for you. Listen, God has a place for you because you've been lied. You've been lied. God will not punish those people that follow them. They will be punished if they know the truth and they still follow them. That's it. Pero si tú le pones la confianza a alguien y tú no te sabes moviendo scriptures y eso, hey, you can be very, very easily manipulated. ¿Sabes? Listen. In Mark 7 it says, for laying aside the commandments of God, you hold to the traditions of men. ¿Sabes? So Jesus warning. ¿A qué se estaba refiriendo ahí? ¿Sabes? Matthew 15, Jesus warned us again. Why do you also transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? Listen. Esto no es para que los Catholics. Listen. If this page of Revelation is true, this is what God is saying to you, who's watching this right now, okay? And ¿qué pasa si todo esto es verdad y eso? And I don't say anything. Y mucha gente a lo mejor caen. Listen, I love every single one of you here. Aquí yo no se dais cuenta la buena gente que sois y eso. Y somos gente que somos tan bubbly de corazón y eso que... Tú sabes, Guillo, mira esto aquí, que va a pasar esto. No me digas, ahí voy. Porque ¿sabes? Caemos rápido. Listen, if this is true, God is telling you, come out of her. Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins and you receive of her plagues. Que cuando God va a castigar in the end of times. Listen, everything I'm doing here is speaking about this figure in the Vatican that claims that he is God. And understanding now the scriptures and understanding, esto no me deja la cabeza, parece como si lo tengo que decir. Listen, he's saying, come out of her, my people. Look at this. Maybe you say, come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins and lest you receive her plagues. Listen, he says, for her sins have reached heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities. Listen to this, okay? I'm going to explain a little bit, okay? When it talks about, listen, if us who represent the church, ¿vale? Jesus said that he was coming like a husband for her bride. So it's represented that the church as is a woman, okay? Entonces, this woman, along the way in many years, desde Peter, desde los disciples, como pasan todo, gets twisted a bit, ¿sabes? Empiezan a entrar tradition, pagan idolatries, con que ese woman que Jesus habló, that she's somewhat turns bad, and it becomes, él lo explica como the woman becomes a whore, no que un whore prostitute, sino in terms of the church becoming the woman clean a un whore, ¿sabes? And it's called the whore of Babylon. Mira que lo he investigado de arriba abajo por 4 años y no hace fitting más que what I'm gonna read to you, okay? Listen to this. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, come, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot, the whore, who sits on many waters. It doesn't mean waters, who sits in many multitudes, peoples and tongues, right? With whom the kings of the earth committed fornication. Listen, Another word for fornication is idolatries. You can see it here. See? This is what it means, fornication. Okay? It means idolatry, a forsaking of the true God, and worshipping of idols. Okay, so when you hear in Revelation the word fornication, that's what it means. Idolatries and a forsaking of a true God. Okay? Let's go back to Revelation. For whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, idolatries, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk by the wine of her fornication, of her idolatries. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast. Listen. Scarlet, and those are the colors that they give to cardinals, to bishops, okay? Listen. Actually, it's not a video against the person. They maybe don't even actually know that this verse is maybe relating to them. Listen to this. Sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Remember what I told you, that when the Roman Empire broke up, it broke up in 10 pieces, in the 10 countries that you see in Europe. You see? And 7 heads and 10 horns. Listen to this. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet. I just shown you that colors. And adorned with gold, precious, and stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup, que levanta ahí en el Vaticano, and the abominations and the filthiness of her idolatries. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery Babylon, the mother of harlots. There's a hat que tiene el Papa, y pone aquí Philip del Rey or something. You get that in Roman numerals, and it's 666. Listen to this. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. Look at this. In 2000, John Paul II began a new era in the church's relationship to its history when he donned mourning garments to apologize for millennia of grievous violence and persecution from the Inquisition to a wide range of sins against Jews, non-believers, and indigenous people, yes, and many people that were telling that the scriptures didn't say what they were doing, they were killed too. ¿Sabe? I'm not saying that they do it right now. This is, everybody knows, this is history, ¿vale? Okay, let's go in. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints. That what it means, you know. I marveled with great amazement. See? But the angel said to me, why did you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman. See? And the beast that carries her, which has 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast you saw, and is not, will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to destruction. And those who dwell on the earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life. Listen. Here is mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. Vatican sits in the 7 famous hills of Rome. There are also 7 kings which have fallen. One is, and the other has not yet come, and when he comes, he must continue a short while. The beast that was, and is not, is himself also the 8th, and is of the 7, and is going to perdition. 1929, Benito Mussolini gives political power back to the Pope. Si tú cuentas de ahí al Pope Francis is the 8th. The 7th, que era Benedict, he just reigned for a short while, was the first ever Pope to resign. Hubo 2 relámpagos lightning in the Vatican, finding out in YouTube. When he resigned, there were 2 lightning strikes there. Y Pope Francis entra, and he shall be the last. Even he is of the 7. Te está explicando de que él es como los otros 7, ¿sabes? Un Pope. And the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings who have received no kingdom yet, but they receive authority for 1 hour as kings with the beast, that are of one mind, and they will give, you know. Listen, when the 10 countries came to Europe, ¿vale? From the Roman Empire that broke up and shattered in 10 pieces in Europe. Ahí han salido los nations, 10, ¿vale? El Pope ahí cogió power y le dio power a esos 10 kings, ¿vale? 10 kings. Listen, I'm gonna have to do like a part 2 because it's very difficult, you know. Listen, I'm just saying that what if it's talking about, listen, this is Mithras, you know, Mithras, Ishtar, Isis, It's the same woman, the same goddess that came from Babylon. You know, when Babylon started, Ishtar, Isis, you know, Ishtar, you know. Listen, it's the same woman. Ishtar was in Babylonian, Mithras was Greek, but the same woman, and in Egyptian was Isis. Listen, ¿no te recuerda algo este picture? Looks like somebody familiar, right? Eh? Listen, they put Mary like she was a goddess, and it's all the same goddess. Listen, the Bible is silent en el tema de Mary y a heaven. Doesn't say nothing, the Bible. The Catholic people get it from the Apocrypha books they have. They are not even canonized. They are not even sacred. That's why they weren't put in the Bible. Listen, Mary was the mother of God. La mujer perfecta que God eligió en la tierra para que tenga the Son of God. Eso no hay duda ninguno. And she's special. Pero ellos han convertido eso porque viene de traditions, desde pagan. Han querido ser fitting in a Mary, donde tenía ella, ¿sabes? You go to the Vatican and the statue of Peter, de donde dice que es St. Peter's Basilica, it was actually Jupiter. Ellos le borraron el nombre y pusieron Peter. Peter never went to Rome. I did the other video saying where Jesus went to Peter and said on this rock. Era in Caesarea Philippi. It wasn't even there in Rome. Listen, I'm just saying, tú sabes, I'm no philosopher, I'm no... Oh, listen, tengo esta information desde hace tiempo y no sabía cómo... Yo tengo familia Catholics, maybe they're gonna think that, oh, this is a video against them. No tiene nada que ver with the people of the Catholic world. I'm talking about the Pope and the root inside the Vatican. Y yo, si hay gente que están en ese world y no tienen ni idea de lo que pasa ahí. Listen, can't you see? Listen, look. This is the hat. ¿Sabe? It looks like a fish. It's from the priest of the ancient Dagon. ¿Sabe? From Babylon as well. See? It all comes from Babylon. Listen. So the Bible, 10 Commandments, and the Catholic, you see? They took out, you shall not yourself make an idol. Lo cambiaron. Can't you see? Quitaron el Sabbath también. Number 10, they split it in two, so it makes 10. Can you see? Que borraron you shall not make yourself an idol. Listen, I'm just saying, if this is true, God is saying, then I've shown you, come out of her. Come out of her. Listen, in those days were the priests. Los priests estuvieron en contra de Jesus porque su verdad era diferente. No ve que lo mismo están haciendo, ellos son priests. Ellos dicen de que lo que nosotros hablamos es una verdad que es diferente a ellos. It's the history repeating itself. De verdad, wake up, open your eyes. Listen, this is no video against no Catholics. This is just for you to come out of her, open your eyes. Don't do nothing, investigate by yourself and then make a move. It's just to open your eyes, you see? Listen, not only that, but the Mormons, you know, there are many religions that are false doctrines. Listen, investigate it by yourself, like I've done. Listen, the Mormons think Lucifer and Jesus are brothers, you know? What? Listen, it's not only them, but the Mormons don't have a figure like a Pope, no other religions. Este hombre se echa la mano con todos los religion leaders del mundo, con todos los presidents. Something special about this man, ¿sabe? Listen, just open your eyes, please. Okay, I'll make another video to explain a bit more. Listen, all you Catholics, I love you all, and you're God's children, eh? But be careful with this Pope. He's not God. He is not God, and he's making the claim that he is. See, you see it in Thessalonians. In the Bible, it talks about this lawless man coming, exalting